Welcome back to 120 Sports. It's me, Nick Hausman from WrestleZone Radio and Bischoff on Wrestling, joined as always by Up Group's Justin LaBar. And Justin, there is a new tag team of note over on the Blue brand, and that's American Alpha, the new WWE Smackdown Tag Team Champions. I'm happy for American Alpha, one of the best tag teams on the scene today. 5-star matches across the board this year, but I thought it was a little early to drop those belts off the Wyatt family. These guys are really just getting going here, Justin. Were you also caught a little off guard by that?
I was caught off guard not only by how quick the Wyatt family is to drop them, but just the general context of American Alpha winning it. Look, I mean, they were the only title change in a stacked hype show that had 3 different title matches. But it just felt like it wasn't as big as maybe I expected when American Alpha would finally win. Maybe I expected to be on pay-per-view. Maybe I expected a little bit more direct correlation and hype going into the match for them. But they were just one of 4 teams. But it's still a win. I believe they got the pin on Randy Orton, I believe, which is an interesting note. So, good for them. But, this really did caught me off guard. I was not expecting that to be the result of the last SmackDown of the year.
Yeah, Chad Gable picking up the pin there on Randy Orton, which I know had a lot of fans just like gobsmacked. And, it did feel, it felt like a little bit glossed over, you're right, because it did just kind of come out of nowhere. But if you're going to have a team like American Alpha that really has been putting on these 5-star matches, win those belts, what better crowd to do it in front of than that Chicago crowd that so desperately wants to cheer guys like these? I understand where you're coming from about it coming a little out of the blue. But it did feel right to me. The thing that did feel wrong, though, I go back to, is the Wyatt family. Randy Orton really seems to have found a new stride here. He was taking on a different energy. Luke Harper and him had like a kerfuffle on the top rope that led to a Randy Orton falling and eventually taking the pin. I mean, right now there's some unity, but this seems like it's going to spiral real quickly into Randy Orton versus the Wyatt family. Maybe Rumble, maybe Mania.
Yeah, and how quick are we back and forth? I mean, the last couple of weeks we've been talking about the fact this might be the long haul and Randy Orton growing a beard and all that such, and now all of a sudden we're starting to look like it's the end of it. So I wonder if our confusion is a thermometer for what's inside of the writers' room right now, what's going on. All in all, certainly caught off guard, but you're right. It's a very invested crowd for this to happen in front of the American Alpha. So not to say it's a wasted title win, but again, just really did come out of nowhere and caught us out of left field.
And see, that's the thing, and real quickly, I know we got to wrap this segment up, but, there's so many belts now, Justin. There's so many belts. These title changes, they happen, there's like one a week now. I mean, are these belt changes or these title switches losing a little bit of luster just because of how many belts there are right now in the WWE?
Absolutely. I just had lunch today with somebody who has been a pretty regular, long-time fan, and they happened to tune out over the last 4 or 5 weeks just because of life and holidays, and then when I told them just who was holding what titles, what the situation was, they were already just baffled, and I mean, and we do this daily and weekly, and you need a scorecard to keep track of it. So yeah, it's definitely too much.
All right, well, hey, let us know, what do you think about the belt situation? What do you think of the new tag champions over on SmackDown American Alpha and everything else in between that we've talked about here? Head over to Twitter at 120 Sports, and we'll be back right here with even more Pro Wrestling Punditry.